everybody, welcome back. Hey everybody, it's Bunny.
Ew, what?
Do you not know the Graveyard Girl? She's the
Oh!
does this thing really work?
I've heard of her, but I have never watched.
The start of all of her videos is like, hey everybody, it's Bunny.
Really?
I watched a few videos. I'm not subscribed or anything.
That's funny. Wow. Anyways. Welcome back to Thanks for Asking. We ask each other questions, and then we answer the questions, and then we talk about everything else that aren't the questions. What's your go-to bowling name?
Oh, Big Bertha.
Is that really
No. But it should be. I feel like, honestly, I've been thinking about bowling a lot recently, and I haven't gone in so long. Well, we're both crying.
But it's because I've also been thinking about bowling a lot recently, because I follow a lot of people's, like, Instagram stories, like, YouTubers and whatever.
And they're all bowling.
Everyone has been bowling recently. Like, Mamrie and Grace and all the people they hang out with. And then it's suddenly like, oh, this person over here is bowling. Oh, Elliot Morgan's bowling. And it's like the next day there's a different person who lives in Florida who's also bowling. And I'm like, why is everybody bowling?
It's the new bowling craze.
It is!
I really want a bowling shirt.
Anyway, my heart has to calm down a little bit.
What's your bowling name?
The last one I used when I went bowling, I went with coworkers from like Lucky when I used to work there, and I made my name White Dragon.
Oh God!
At Lone Star, I was Blue Eyes, and then a couple people started calling me Blue Eyes White Dragon. So then a couple people genuinely just called me White Dragon. So then when I went bowling with my new work, I called myself White Dragon. But the display on the screen wasn't long enough, so it just said white.
Or white
and
drag.
it was like, okay, White, you're up. And I was like, that's me.
You're like, oh no, you're black, you're Hispanic. It must be my turn. I'm also very bad at bowling.
Oh, same.
Gutters up, please.
Terrible at it.
Gutters up for the boys.
Especially after a good drive with a pipe. Way worse at bowling.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, the thing fell.
No, the last time I went bowling was, I actually think in Israel, when I went with my cousin and his son.
Yeah.
Because we were bored. We were at a family lunch and we were like, you want to go bowling? So we went bowling. And the gutters were down.
Uh-huh.
And both my cousin and his son, who is a small child, who are better than me. They're like critiquing me, trying to help me be better, and I'm like, listen, I just came here to throw like a heavy ball down the thing.
Yeah, no, last time I went, I legitimately like had the ball, moved it back, and dropped it, and it went backwards onto the ground.
Stop. I thought that only happened in Wii Sports.
No, I did that. I legitimately did that.
That was my favorite thing in Wii Sports, is that you could throw it backwards, and all the people would jump.
All the little feet. Oh my god. Wow, literally every episode we've mentioned Mike Falzone, but his go-to bowling thing is like started to become what I want to do a lot. He says that like he makes jokes based on the people who are there. So it's like he would be like Joe's vest. Like people usually like name themselves, like my aunts, and they'll be like, oh, I'm Eeyore, I'm like whatever. Or like when you go to Laser Quest, like we usually choose like characters' names or whatever.
Oh my god, when we were
like
kids,
Steve's shirt.
When we were kids and we used to go to like Laser Quest, sometimes we would like break off into groups of 2 and like have matching names.
Uh-huh.
So we were like, I think me and like 3 people, we were like Olga, Helga, and like some other name.
Yeah.
And we would go up to the counter to be like, oh, this is the name I want, so you can like process it in. And I don't know if it was me or someone else who was Olga. I think it might have been me, honestly. I was like, went up and I was like, oh, Olga. And like, we were playing the game and we came out to like see the scores on the TV, and instead of saying Olga, it said old guy. OLD space GUY.
That's amazing.
And I was like, oh my god, this is so much better.
Oh my god, when I went to Laser Quest in grade 10 or 11 with science, we did a couple rounds, and one of them, me and 2 of my friends were like Bubbles, Buttercup, and the third one. Why is that blanking on me? Blossom. Yeah, so we did that. But the last game we played, everyone also in one of the games people were like making all their names like a rendition of our teacher's name. So it was like, I can't remember what his name is, and I don't know why, but it's like if his name was like Mr. White, someone did Professor White, someone did Dr. White, someone did like the White, like it was like everyone was just doing variations of his name. But in the last round we played, I made my nickname Liz because my friend's name was Liz, and she was playing the same game with me. And multiple times I would run around and I would shoot someone and I would hear them go, "Fuck, Liz, stop!" because I actually thought it was Liz. And I was just like, meh, going around the whole time. And I was usually shooting people who she was actually friends with. And it was hilarious.
Wow, I love ruining other people's friendships.
I know. It was like this one dude, Eugene, he just could not get over the fact that Liz kept shooting him. And I was like,
Usually I would, like, when I go to things, I go for a LeBron because it's just
yeah?
It's one letter off my name and I'm a basketball legend. But, yeah, I don't know. It also depends on, like, who you're going with.
For sure.
You gotta play off the crowd, you know?
Yeah.
I hate when you're going with people and everyone's, like, putting their names, like, Sydney.
Oh my god.
Rachel. And then you're like, Space Jam. Like,
listen, if I go bowling with someone and they put their real name in, I'm not friends with them anymore.
I'm resetting the game.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
I'm driving home. I'm taking their car and driving home, and I don't have my license.
And you're gonna crash the whole way back, but you're gonna get somewhere else.
Yeah. It's like, I think it's so stupid when people, like, it's like you could literally choose anything you want and you're gonna be Rachel. Like,
Fuck
be
off,
Batman.
Rachel.
I don't like be
Don't
anything else.
Ugh.
I do want to go bowling though. We should go.
We should go.
I like bowling. I'm terrible at it. Absolutely terrible at it.
See, as long as we both agree that we want the gutters up.
Oh no, I never play with the gutters up because I think it's so funny that my ball goes in the gutter every single time.
I don't think it's funny. It makes me angry because I always lose. Even
Yeah, but
when the
then you
gutters
just-
are up, I still, like, fucking...
But then you just gotta, like, usually when I play, it's like the first couple rounds, it's like, you know, maybe this time's gonna be like the time and I'm gonna be really good. And then I drop the ball backwards and then I just end up doing the between the legs shot.
The grandma shot.
Yeah.
You ever get in trouble at a bowling alley?
Like,
For throwing, like, multiple balls in at one time? No. Yeah, I was friends with a few heathens.
yeah, I like to play by the rules, so.
Pushes glasses of mouse.
People legitimately do that? Though?
Yeah.
That's funny.
They'd be like, look around, it's like, you throw that, I throw one and then you try to hit my ball. It'd be like, boom,
so
boom.
bad. Wow.
Or there are people who used to just run past the line and slip on the wax, and I'm like, you fucking dumbass. There's a reason nobody bowls past there.
Yeah. Wow. That's so funny. Dude, that just reminded me of an episode of Prank Patrol where this kid wanted to prank their grandmother because they would go bowling together a lot, and she, like, had her own bowling ball and, like, all this kind of stuff. Like, she was, like, a bowling gal. And so Prank Patrol set up this whole thing where they went to a bowling alley and set up some fake lanes, and, like, part of the prank was, like, she threw her ball, but it wasn't actually her ball, and it split in half. And then, like, she would always, like, roll perfect, but the strike would never happen. Like, it was all rigged just so that she would have a terrible time. And then it was like, you're on Prank Patrol. That was good. I used to really, really like that show.
I think my friend's cousin was on it. And
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my god, tell me everything.
I don't remember. All I remember was, like, it was a prank because she was babysitting someone. Or her sister was babysitting someone.
Uh-huh.
And she was pranking her sister. I don't fully remember because I never saw the episode. I was just told this information.
Okay.
But I was like, dude, your cousin was on Prank Patrol.
I
That's so cool.
I loved Prank Patrol. I
Who
can't remember
didn't?
the host
Remember
name,
the
but he
ninja?
had, I was just gonna say he had a ninja to help him out. Wasn't there two of them, I think?
I think there was two.
Yeah. But then after Prank Patrol ended, like 2 years later, they started a new prank show called, like, Babysitting something. Something about how, like, every time it was, like, a babysitting scenario and they would prank either the babysitter or the kids. It was, like, it was weird. It was not as good as Prank Patrol. Andy! Because Andy was the best!
I was gonna say Andy, but I wasn't confident enough, so I just had the letter A, like, just bouncing around my head. But I'm glad you got there, because now I'm
Wow,
confirmed.
I really, really liked Prank Patrol. There was
I'm
one...
gonna find his last name and see what he's doing on Twitter.
Oh my god, that's my favorite thing to do. I still follow a couple of the people who are on That's So Weird. At least one of them.
We talk about this a lot. That's so weird.
Yeah, I really like that show
There's
too.
one girl from That's So Weird who's been in, like, so many commercials.
Yeah, the girl who was
The
Kayla.
girl with the teeth.
Yeah, Kayla.
The girl with the teeth. You know what I mean. She's in
Kayla.
like Dentine commercial. No,
Yeah.
the ginger guy was in.
AJ was in a gum
AJ.
commercial, and it was that one where he was like going to the store.
It was the sexy
and,
one.
Yeah, where the woman was
grandma.
like, "Oh, you should get the Everlasting." I think it's great, and it was like trying to be condoms, but it was gum. Kayla is in that new commercial for everyday eggs or weekday eggs or whatever. Listen, my mom roasted me about this because I had only seen the commercial once. I didn't really watch it, but pretty much the whole thing is this. It's like, oh, new weekday eggs. They cook faster and you can make them in the morning and all this kind of stuff. And I was like, I heard it once and I was like, I don't understand if they're legitimately trying to sell a fake product that are faster cooking eggs. Like, if this is a real product, what did they do to the eggs to make them faster cooking? If it's a ploy, like, what is it? I don't get it. And then my mom started laughing at me because she was like, it's just supposed to tell people to eat more eggs because eggs cook fast and they're saying you can make them on a weekday and they want you to eat eggs. And I was like, okay, well then that's a shitty commercial.
No, I saw her in like Shoppers Drug Mart commercial.
Yeah, she's been in one of those too.
Yeah.
She's in a lot of commercials. That's the thing about commercial acting is like you have to have a specific face. And like you said, she was the girl with the teeth, which is low-key kind of rude, but like you have to have a specific
I didn't
look
mean it in a
to
mean
be a commercial
way.
actor.
I didn't mean it
I
in
know,
a mean way.
but it was funny.
I was about to say good for her, make that coin. But
Yeah.
good for you, make that coin, Kayla. I'm sorry if I offended you with my teeth comment. God. Kayla.
I don't remember. Bowling is what we were talking about. When else have I
Lawn
gone bowling? There's a place in Richmond Hill that does like Friday and Saturday nights. They do like neon bowling where it's like all the
Ooh,
lights get turned
fun.
off and everything is like 3D or not 3D. What am I saying? Glow in the dark.
There's this place by where my grandma lives in Florida that we sometimes go bowling at because
Yeah.
we'll like they make actually good food.
Oh,
So like
cool.
they'll bring you like real food.
I don't think
and
I've
you can
ever eaten
bowl
at a bowling alley
and-
besides like fries.
No, because it's like a legit. It's attached to like a legit restaurant.
That's cool.
And they have these big screens behind it. And they just play old music videos and
Yeah.
there's like cool lights. So you get a burger with the egg on it, has a knife through it. It's all real nice and real bougie.
That's awesome.
And then we go see a movie.
That's like the one thing that like I never really realized about bowling alleys until I like went to them as an older person. Is like usually like when I was a kid, it's like you have a birthday party at a bowling alley. It's like you bowl a couple times and then you like go sit in a room and eat pizza.
Yeah.
It's like I didn't realize that every bowling alley has a bar and arcade machines and like occasionally karaoke and like they all have other shit to do that's like also bowling. So it's like you can have fun for a lot longer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just thinking there's so many birthday parties at bowling alleys. All at the Bowlerama.
Yeah. Been there.
There's like this big bowling place in Richmond Hill that I used to go to with my karate group when I was
World Bowl?
really young. Maybe it is World Bowl.
World Bowl is the one on West Beaver Creek or East Beaver Creek.
Yeah, I think that's the one.
Yeah, that's the one I went to with Lucky. It was a weird time. It was fun
Cool.
though.
So weird, fun, good time.
Wow, I also really like mini golf. I'm just like
Yeah, we've
thinking
been
of
going
like
mini golfing
thinking of
together.
other like good
We went
activities.
mini golfing together like twice already in this friendship.
Yeah,
Once at
that place in Stouffville.
that place which was really cool and I liked it.
Yeah.
And once nearby because we were like, let's just, get
Putt and
yeah.
edge. Let's go shoot some balls
was
in the
it-
dark.
I was gonna say, was it Valentine's Day? It wasn't Valentine's Day, but I remember
No, it was a Friday.
there was,
so it was
just,
just
I just
mostly
remember there
people on
was so
dates.
many couples and us, and I was like, babe.
Yeah, before that, the time I had gone previously was with my parents, and like every single time you go to Putting Edge, it's like couples, and then you and whoever you're with.
Oh, and they were playing really weird music too, weren't
It was
they?
Christmas
Oh, it was
music!
Christmas music. So it was during Christmas.
Whoa.
During Christmas.
It
It
was-
was like right before.
Terrible. It was in November though.
It was not.
It had to be because I remember it being weird that they were playing Christmas music.
True. You were
This
like,
needs
isn't
to
it a
stop
little
opening.
early?
Yeah. But I like mini golf though. I like themed mini golf. My grandparents used to live at like a golf and country club sort of like little community near Alliston, and the big like middle area because it was like a really big golf range that also just had a bunch of townhouses. So they lived in one of the townhouses. So whenever we'd go visit, we'd like go for walks around all the paths that went around the golf and then the golf. And then they had this big like community building that had ping pong tables, and then it also had mini golf. And I remember it being themed, and I'm pretty sure most mini golf places have some sort of dinosaur theme, because I'm pretty sure this one had a dinosaur theme. The one in Niagara Falls has a dinosaur theme. Mm-hmm. I did that one once, and that one was fun.
I miss laser tag.
Yeah, I really want to go back, but it's so hard to do.
It's the most, like, optimal level of fun is when you have a huge group.
Yeah.
Because if not, just you and your friend and a bunch of randos, and it's not as fun to shoot random people.
That's why going with school was so cool.
Yeah.
But it's like any other
birthday parties.
God bless. Was like I had to sneeze and then I didn't.
God bless.
That still wasn't a real sneeze, and I know it's gonna happen at some point. Anyway, I've gone a couple times where it's been like maybe 5 or 6 people, and then you get put with other groups, and like sometimes it's fun, but you're right, it's good when you have like 20 people.
We should get a group together.
Yeah.
You bring your people, I'll bring my people, and we just book out a whole sesh.
That would be fun.
And we could all have weird names.
Yeah.
Full circle!
I did it with my family once, maybe when I was like 13. I don't really remember that well. But I think it was someone's like bridal shower or something. We like did the thing at the house and had sandwiches, and then we all went to Laser Quest.
That's fun.
Yeah.
If I had to choose your bowling name, I would make it Roybin, because that's what I call you.
Yes.
R-O-Y...
B-Y-N.
B-Y-N.
B-I-N? Oh, B-N?
Roy.
That's terrible. Oh, I got a coffee at Starbucks this morning, and I said my name was Robin, and then the person was like, with a Y? And I was like, yep. And then I got my coffee, and she put a little smiley face beside it, and I was like, aww, this is so nice. She cared.
Yeah. I don't know. I think it was my sister who, like, got a Starbucks the other day, and it wasn't even close to what her name was. Like, her name is Haley, and I think it was like just a different name, and she was like, okay, this isn't funny.
I don't go to Starbucks very often, and usually it's like there's no one else there, so they don't have to take my name.
Yeah,
but I don't think I've ever really gotten my name spelled wrong, or I mean spelled wrong. Yeah, but like that's still technically my name. Like
I never give my name.
No.
I don't do, like, a joke where I give, like, a name like Beyonce. I hate that.
Yeah.
But nobody knows my name. So I'm just like, it's Ronnie.
Yeah. Ronnie, that's cute. When I was in high school, a guy called me Tommy because my last name is Thompson.
Oh.
And I low-key really, really liked it as a nickname.
That's actually cute.
Yeah. It was, like, the last semester of grade 12. Like, he just randomly called me Tommy, and I was like, I don't hate that.
Doing that.
Yeah, you can keep doing that if you want.
That is cute.
Yeah.
If I didn't, like, already have lots of friendship hours banked, I would start calling you that, but it'll be weird for me.
Yeah.
That's cute.
Anyway.
I hate when people call me Lee.
Yeah, that, like, really doesn't fit you as a nickname.
It really bothers me. Like, sometimes my uncles will call me it, like, just for short.
Oh.
And it's okay when my uncles do it and whatever, because it's, like, I've been hearing it forever. And it's, like, not, like, Lee. Like, they'll say it, like, in, like, fucking a Hebrew accent.
Yeah.
It's kind of different. But, like, when people call, like, there's always, like, phases in high school or elementary school, and I was like, let's all have nicknames.
Uh-huh.
And, like, they're like, Lee, how about Lee for you? And I'm like, ew, if you fucking call me that, I'm not gonna answer.
Yeah, that is not a good nickname for you.
Some people call me Ronnie, and then they shorten it to Ron.
Yeah.
But that's it. I don't have a nicknameable name. I mean, I guess I do. Lee and Ron. Ugh.
Yeah, but it's like they're not like weird.
They're not like fun.
I love people who have last names that are just like become their name. Like Delman. It's like no one calls him Andrew, everyone calls him Delman.
That's like in the Jewish community.
Yeah.
At camp, like everybody goes to sleepover camp.
Yeah.
So there's so many like people known just as their last name.
That's cool.
So it's so common there, and I was like, you know, my last name's not fun enough for that.
Yeah, your last name is
Stern. Hey, Stern! I'm like, ew, don't call me that.
Yuck. We're out of time.
Tommy. Alright. This has been Tommy and Ronnie, and we're leaving you. Bye.
I don't like that. Bye.